Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back, and thank you all so much for being here. This morning, we're going to take a look at exciting stock market news, a handful of notable earnings reports, and which stocks are this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Just before we get into all of that, this is your friendly reminder that if you enjoy today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and that you're subscribed to the channel as well, so you can stay up to date with all of our latest videos. All right, guys, jumping right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are mixed this morning, but essentially flat. We currently have both the Dow and the S&P 500 futures down 0.01%, while NASDAQ futures are up 0.05%. In Bitcoin news, the first Bitcoin futures ETF had a solid first day of trading, ending the day with gains of nearly 5%. Within about just 20 minutes, the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF saw about 6.4 million shares worth $264 million exchange hands. In other Bitcoin news, Bitcoin mining company Stronghold Digital Mining is set to make their public debut to the market at $19 per share, higher than the anticipated $16 to $18 range. The stock is expected to begin trading today on the Nasdaq under the ticker SDIG. With all of the Bitcoin excitement, it has been trading dangerously close to all-time high levels, currently priced just shy of $64,000. Facebook is rebranding itself. It is reported that the social networking company plans to change its name. An announcement on the name change could be made as early as October 28th. The new company name remains a closely guarded secret, with some senior leadership also in the dark. The rebranding could help separate the futuristic work that Zuckerberg has been working on from intense regulatory scrutiny. The rebranding drive will likely position the flagship Facebook app as one of the main products, while the parent company also oversees Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus, among others. The Facebook stock is rated a strong buy with an average upside of 24%. International Business Machines, or IBM, announced that it has acquired the Adobe Workfront consulting unit, Rigo Consulting. With this acquisition, IBM's hybrid cloud and AI strategy is likely to receive a shot in the arm. Further, the buyout is expected to meet the rising client demand for such offerings and improve efficiency for enterprises. Post the buyout, the Adobe Workfront business of Rigo will join IBM iX, the customer and experience transformation group of IBM Consulting. The IBM stock is rated a strong buy, but does have a slight downside as it's being pulled down drastically by a recent hold rating with an 87% downside. Water technology company A.O. Smith has acquired water heaters manufacturer Giant Technologies in a deal worth $192 million. With this buyout, the company expects to enhance its presence in the Canadian market. Further, the acquisition is in line with the company's strategy to have an increasing number of products that are supplied by a renewable energy grid, as Giant's end markets are primarily served by a grid that is mostly hydro-sourced and non-carbon intensive. The company expects the buyout to be accretive to its earnings per share in the first full year after the closing of the deal. Their stock is currently rated a hold with an average upside of 15%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. In the pre-market this morning, we're still waiting to hear from Verizon and Winnebago, and in the after hours, we'll be hearing from IBM and also the highly anticipated Tesla. Tomorrow morning, we'll be hearing from some big names like Southwest and American Airlines and AT&T, and in the after hours, we'll hear from Snap and Intel. In the after hours yesterday, we heard from United Airlines, who posted a smaller than expected loss for their third quarter. The company reported a loss of $1.02 per share, much narrower than the year-ago loss of $8.16 per share and the Street's loss estimate of $1.29 per share. Their total operating revenue amounted to $7.75 billion, significantly higher than the $2.5 billion reported in the third quarter of 2020, but did fall short of analyst expectations of $7.85 billion. Their stock is rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 26%. We also heard from global streaming giant Netflix, who came in with stellar third quarter earnings and revenues in line with expectations. Their Q3 results were driven by robust growth in paid memberships to 214 million viewers, with net additions of 4.4 million viewers. The company reported earnings of $3.19 per share, up over 83% year over year, and outpacing analyst estimates of $2.56 per share. Their quarterly revenue climbed 16% year over year to $7.48 billion, in line with consensus estimates. Analysts rate their stock a moderate buy with an average upside of just 2%. Procter & Gamble came in with better than expected results for their first quarter of fiscal 2022. Both earnings and revenues outpaced analyst estimates. That was despite the company facing a challenging cost and operating environment. Their net sales in the quarter increased 5% year over year to $20.3 billion, exceeding the estimates of $19.91 billion. Their diluted earnings per share, on the other hand, dropped 1% year over year to $1.61, but still did top analyst estimates of $1.59. Their stock is rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 10%. And lastly, we had the Halliburton Company, also coming in with strong third quarter results. Their adjusted earnings more than doubled to 28 cents per share year over year and beat the analyst estimates of 27 cents per share. Revenues rose nearly 30% to $3.86 billion, but did lag analyst expectations of $3.91 billion. Their stock is rated a moderate buy with an average upside of less than 1%, but some recent ratings come in of the 15 to 38% upside. So let's take a look at which stocks are this morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Soma Logic. Under the ticker SLGC, they're currently up 9.3%, followed by Winnebago under WGO, up 4.8%, probably meaning they came out with some decent results while I was filming, and 23andMe Holding under ME, up 4.3%. Our biggest losers this morning are led by Novavax. Under the ticker NVAX, they're down over 25%. Followed by Brinker International under EAT, down 13%, and WD40 under WDFC, down 9.7%. So that's going to be everything for Wednesday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments down below. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you back here next time.